in the Auckland skyline, and that just really shows how much construction is happening in Auckland, and that all that supply is coming online and putting a downward pressure on rents. Wellington won't be building at the same pace as Auckland. Auckland's got the unitary plan, so it's a pretty liberal sort of place to build and do intensification. So yes, but to a lower degree. Yeah, so the factors for less tenants at the moment is certainly the lack of international students that we have in Auckland. They soak up a lot of the central Auckland stock, and with them not present at the moment, there is a real dip in demand. With the borders opening, we're finding there's a backlog of younger people leaving to go overseas. That's one of the factors that's playing into the demand piece. We have seen the accidental landlords on the rise. That's because they've decided to put their house on the market, but due to the quick change in the housing market becoming a buyer's market rather than a seller's market, those properties end up not selling and returning to the rental pool. So that increases supply. I see this playing out in a similar way to it currently is, with downward pressure on rents, and one of the big reasons for that is the supply of properties coming onto the market is seemingly going to continue to increase. On my drive in here, I saw multiple properties that are being developed from one property into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 terraced homes. So that's it. If you take a piece of land and it's had one house on it, and then next year it has 10, that's a tenfold increase on the accommodation sitting on that piece of land. Landlords may need to accept these downward pressures on rents. That could be a hard conversation for property managers out there to have that conversation with the landlords, because take landlords in Auckland, for instance. For the past 10 years, basically year on year, they've experienced 4% rental growth. So it is going to be a difficult conversation to have with a landlord, because it's a real paradigm shift that the rents are no longer guaranteed to go up every single year.